So this is just a little recording I decided to make. Uh, Not scripted. Gonna try to not pause too much so I don't have to edit this. But I just kind of wanted to talk about my game dev journey, I suppose. I have been trying to make games, but it's hard. If that wasn't obvious, it's hard. The thing that I've been trying to figure out is a system for how I can make games. And I tried to make the minigame compilation, and I learned that I don't do well with time constraints unless it is very, very simple. And that was not very simple. And since I've just published my first minigame compilation, I am now thinking, what kind of project would be good for me to really like what kind of game should I start making next? I'm trying to figure out a type of game that I can make now. Like, does that make sense? I want to figure out what kind of game I can make over and over again in order to strengthen my game making muscles, I guess. So, whenever I try to make a new type of game, and so far I've made three, I think that it's gonna be easy, right? I think it's gonna be not that difficult. Like it's gonna be simple because my ideas right now they're simple, but then it ends up being more difficult than I thought it would be, and so I wonder if I should keep making that type of game that I just made, or I should make another type of game. If I should try to practice with another type of game. And so I know I might be yapping a little bit, but what I wanted to say is that I think that some of the older projects that I announced that I was working on, like the hospital game and stuff, those projects are going to be put aside for now. And I found out that a good way for me to stay motivated is to make games that I can sort of create with my audience. Like, I like doing lives where my audience and I are both coming up with ideas for the game. And of course, if I get the chance to do this with my friends, I could also do that, and that would be a big help for my motivation and creativity. So, I think I'm gonna put those older ideas aside and focus on games that I can make now with people that'll be like fun to make. That's what I want to do. Like I want to make games that I have fun making so that I can actually make an experience that I think will at least be fun on some level. But I was also thinking, now that I just uploaded the minigame compilation, I had another idea come to mind where maybe I could make a certain flavor of game. Like, you know how Scott made the FNAF games? Like, all the FNAF games are kind of remixes of each other, each one is slightly different, and it's like a series, right? So I wondered if maybe I should come up with some kind of game formula that I can do that with too. Like some kind of franchise is what I'm trying to say here. Like, should I do that? That's just an idea I just had because I thought, oh, maybe repeating the same thing will help me refine it, and that would be fun. I've always wanted to make something like that. So, I don't know. I am going to start working on the RPG I promised. I've already written out a good amount of like the important part of the story, and now I just have to come up with the different interactions and stuff. But I am going to probably work on a few other projects on the side whenever I get inspired for a little idea. And I am not going to put a date for when the RPG will come out because I want that to kind of flow more naturally instead of being, stressed out over a time constraint. But the bottom line is basically, for now, I'm going to put those older ideas like the tree game and the hospital game aside and focus on things that I can work on with other people and like work on in a fun way, you know? Because I feel like having fun is the way that I'm going to be able to make good strides in my game development journey thing. And also, I just put out another idea out there, the franchise. Should I make a franchise? I don't know. This is mainly me just yapping about my ideas and stuff. But yeah, if anyone is still listening, I'm glad you listened. And yeah, I just wanted to say that. So since yeah. So yeah, that's all I have to say. Bye.